Hi, I'm John Buck with the New York Mets. You're watching RotoExperts Fantasy Baseball Today with Michael Cardano.
Last night, Jason Grilli tossed a perfect 11th inning to secure his Major League leading 21st save. Grilli has converted all 21 of his save opportunities on the season, has a 1.14 ERA and a .68 WHIP with a 37-5 strikeout to walk ratio. 1/3 into the season, Jason Grilli is the #1 ranked closer in the game. Perplexed? You should be. Ordinarily, when you have a veteran pitcher that's performing so far above his career norm, you would want to trade him while he's hot. After all, Grilli was a decade-long journeyman pitcher coming into the season with just 7 career saves, an ERA of over 4.2 and a WHIP of 1.4. To have a breakout year at 36 years of age is simply unheard of and something no one could have predicted. But Grilli's performance last night, striking out Torrey Hunter, Miguel Cabrera, and Prince Fielder to end the game, was nothing short of spectacular, and he's in fact dominating opposition. If you have no chances of contending, trade him to a contender needing saves and ask the world for him. But if you're looking to contend, hang on and enjoy the ride. Speaking of #1 ranked players, Jean Segura went 6 for 7 last night, raising his batting average to a league-leading .366 with 8 home runs, 22 RBI, 14 stolen bases, and 30 runs scored, making him the #1 ranked fantasy shortstop in the game. Brewers fans were upset when Zach Greinke was traded for Segura and 2 AA players in 2012. In hindsight, it doesn't look so bad now, does it? So who sold high on Chris Davis after his incredible first week? If you watched Fantasy Baseball Today, you didn't, and good for you. After last night's dinger, Davis has a league-leading 17 long flies, batting .344 with 47 RBI and 37 runs. If it wasn't for Miguel Cabrera, Davis would be the #1 ranked offensive player in the game. Lost in all the Matt Harvey hoopla from last night's Subway Series matchup was the performance of Hiroki Kuroda. Just 4 hits, walking no one and striking out 7 over 7 shutout innings. Kuroda continues to perform like an ace, including his last outing hiccup where he allowed 5 runs over just 2 innings. Kuroda's ERA stands at just 2.39 and his WHIP is a mere 1. Starting in only 80% of leagues, Kuroda is one of the most underrated fantasy pitchers in the game. And here comes Adam Laroche. Can it be this easy? Just trade for Laroche, picking him up for a box of donuts after a horrible start every year? 2 more home runs last night for the late starter, and his average is now up to .243. Amazing. As reported by the Boston Herald, Dustin Pedroia has been playing with a complete tear of the ulnar collateral ligament in his left thumb. But who needs a UCL? He's hitting .332 with 28 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, and 37 runs. Now, some will point to the fact that Pedroia only has 3 home runs, and his UCL tear is the reason. But he's hit 2 dingers in his last 10 games and is slugging .486 in May. He's not expected to miss any time, and there's no reason for you to not keep him in your lineup. Yohji Fujikawa needs Tommy John surgery. Anyone who had him stashed because they thought he would be the closer in Chicago at some point can free up a spot and let him go. Brett Lawrie was placed on the DL with a sprained left ankle. The Blue Jays were initially undecided whether or not to place Lawrie on the disabled list, which suggests that he'll be able to return right on his first eligible date of June 11th. And Bryce Harper is still experiencing swelling in his knee and is unlikely to be available either Wednesday or Thursday, even as the designated hitter in an American League park. While he's out against the Orioles, Harper is not expected to be placed on the disabled list. Mark in Middletown, New York writes, Matt Kemp is having an awful season, and now last night he was plunked by a pitch on the elbow, forcing him to leave the game. .255 with just 2 home runs and 17 RBI. What do I do with him? Hang on or trade him? Mark, despite the Dodgers' claims to the contrary, no matter how you cut it, Kemp's off-season shoulder surgery has caused him problems. I think time helps cure those problems, though, and I would be surprised if Kemp didn't have a stellar second half. I think you've endured the worst already, so now hang on and reap the rewards. Sometimes prospects just take longer to develop. Phillies outfielder Domonic Brown, who was last week's National League Player of the Week, hit another home run yesterday, his 7th of the month. Only Miguel Cabrera, Carlos Gonzalez, and Mike Trout have more. Brown has batted 6th in 41 of the 50 games he's played this season, and manager Charlie Manuel hinted yesterday that he'll soon be moved up to the meat of the order. Brown's fantasy value will increase with his descendants in the lineup, so get him on your roster now before it happens. For RotoExperts, I'm Mike Cardano.